Hi critters, welcome back to the Crafty Critter. So this is my flower wall and I've got an issue here. So the containers that I have up here, I need to make 2 more of those. That's what I'm gonna show you how I repurpose these laundry detergent containers into my flower bins. But my problem is that one is over full and it's got pinks and reds in it. I've had the one that I had yellows and oranges fall off the wall, and this one over here that you see the hook left, like right there, that was a white flowers, white and silver, and the cat just like batted it off the wall. So that one's gonna have to go up higher onto the wall so the cat can't get to it. And since the one that I had here was overflowing with 2 different colors, we're gonna make a container to divide those 2 colors up and make another container to divide the ones in this container up. So that's what we're gonna go with today, and stay tuned, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the container. So it's an awl, and it held the pods. So with this container, sad thing is they don't make them like this anymore. As of about 6 months ago, they switched from these squares to one that looks like this. Now, this really does not work with the flower containers I have currently, because I would want them to match. You can make this work. In fact, you wouldn't really have to alter it much to make it work. You could just cover up the labels, and these labels actually do not come off, but you could take some kind of decorative like contact paper, or you can take these outside. You can sand this up a little bit and spray paint it, would be my suggestion with these particular containers. So that in mind, we're going to go back to this, and I'm going to first get the label off of this. Alright, so label's off, and the next thing we're going to do is I went along the actual edge here. There's a little ridge right here, and I basically took my knife, and this one's getting a little dull now. I might have to sharpen it, but it pretty much goes through the plastic pretty well. I mean, you could see it's not taking much for me to cut through this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here. I'm going to cut the top off of this one, and I will be right back. Okay, so the top is removed. I throw this out. At this point, this is completely worthless to me. And then the next thing I do is take some contact paper. This roll I get from the Dollar Tree. Nice thing is this pattern always seems to be available at the Dollar Tree. I've been using this same pattern along with my purple in my craft room for well over a year now. I've wrapped my little glue stick containers in it. I've wrapped, let's see, I have a repurposed container here that, there we go. That has my pens in it. I've got another one that does markers. I've got another container that holds like remaining pieces of ribbon, you know, stuff like that. So it's just a good overall paper that it seems to have. And for $1 at the Dollar Tree, you get quite a bit here. So I basically I did not cover the bottom rim. So I started with basically the flat size. Otherwise, it would be really hard to cover this bottom rim. But I was pretty much fine with that. You still get a really good decorative piece off of that. So what we're going to do is measure what we want, and I'm actually, it's almost at 5.5 inches, and that's what I'm going to go with because I would like a little bit of an overlap at the top. In fact, I might even go with 6 to make it a little bit better than that. So if you'll hold on 1 second here, I'm going to pause and I'm going to cut this material out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a strip now that is 6 inches high. It does not go all the way around. As you can see, it kind of breaks off in the back here. That is okay. You're not even going to see the back. So the fact that the paper doesn't wrap all the way around to the back is perfectly fine. Just pick, you know, just let it go from there. So let's flip it off to the side here. To peel. It's nice that this is like self-adhesive, so you know I don't have to fight with it or anything. It's just going to go right on the container. It lifts up easy enough, so if you need to reposition to get the air bubbles out, then that is perfectly fine. In fact, I recommend just going very slow and just moving it little by little and flattening with your hand as you go. And this really helps to keep the air bubbles out and makes it look very clean and neat. To reposition here. Now, I don't worry too much either about, like, it's not completely on the edge of the rim. You really won't notice it. You won't notice it when it's up on the wall. It just, you know, you just don't notice. And then all I do is take this remainder that's up at the top and fold it in, and you get a very nice, just clean top. And then I just kind of run my fingers around it and squeezing it in place. You can, at this point, if it does keep popping up on you, you can just take a little bit of hot glue and tack it to the inside and then push it down, and that really does help with that as well. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to poke a couple of holes into the back. Now see, I've tried different methods. I've tried just taking like a Gorilla Glue or an E6000 and just taking like one of those picture hooks and gluing it to the back. And I just found that with the weight of the flowers, it really did not hold up. So I'm pushing my knife in, I'm twisting to get a good hole. And I want to do that right over here as well. Try to get it a little bit center. You see how this paper's just a little bit over. It's fine to poke through the paper. It does not matter the size of the hole, just so you can get some wire through it. And that will be our next thing. Now, we could do one of two things. You could take a... let me pause here. Let me get my other material. Okay, so you could use one or two things. You can use some floral wire. If you're going to do this, just make sure you really, I give yourself enough slack to kind of wrap it around itself a couple of times, just to give it like that really extra durable strength, because you're going to be pulling stuff in and out of these buckets all the time, putting new stuff in, pulling out. So they're going to be constantly moving a little bit off of the walls. Or another thing you can do, and I just have a little bit left here. This is the picture wire, and the picture wire is actually really durable for this. I mean, it's thicker than this wire here, which is nice. And for that reason, it does not take much. I mean, you want to cut off at least... I would give yourself at least... maybe a good I'd give yourself a good 5 inches. This cuts really fine with scissors. You can use wire cutters too. And then all we're going to do is poke these through the holes. You're going to bring them to the other side, and you're going to twist them. Give yourself a little bit of slack. Twist them a couple of times. Bring it down and then twist it like so around itself, around the loop. Now you're not going to see this, but then this is going to be on the inside. And then this is going to be what's going to hang on your wall. And because it's the wall, it's going to sit up like, it's going to sit upright like, see, it's not going to flop down like that. It's going to be pushed up against your wall. So you're just going to have that loop, and that's what's going to hold this bucket up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to make another one of these, and then I'm going to show you how I did the decorating part of this. So I'll be right back. Oops. Okay, so sorry critters, lost my train of thought there for a second. So my glue gun's almost done heating up, because that's what we're going to need next. So I'm going to show you how I made this, and it's real simple. I just took a pencil and I cut my some ribbon as long as I was looking to make it. I eyeballed it. I didn't measure or anything, and I just did like a normal bow, you know. So I tied it onto the pencil here to give it, you know, something to use to tie it onto, and make your loops and everything just like you would normally make a bow. And then I would come in and I would just kind of straighten it up a little bit. And I'm not looking for like long tails or anything on this, just to be decorative. What I'll do is when I put it on, I'll pull these down so that it'll be kind of more like that. And then I just took the ends and just kind of seared the ends and sealed them so that they wouldn't fray. Okay, so now that the glue gun is heated up, I went into my scrap ribbon, and I had 2 more pieces left of the 2 types of ribbon that I used when I made the original containers. So you're going to see, first of all, we're going to see where this comes to. All right, so we're going to put a little piece of glue here, and I want it to be a little bit on the container if it can be, because otherwise it'll just could slide off or mess up along with the because of the contact paper. So we want it to adhere to something other than just the contact paper. And then I'm gonna put a small dot in the middle to keep it from sliding, and that's the front. So this is what you'll see. And then we're just going to keep wrapping, and we're going to come up to about here and put that on there. All right. So that is that piece. And then we're going to do the same thing with this other ribbon. I might have to trim this one. It might be a little too long. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for the interruptions, critters. So I went ahead, was dealing with something and on the phone, so I just went ahead and finished this one, but we're going to finish this one together now. So we got that one piece secure, so now we're going to, again, put, need another glue stick, that's right. All right, and you just need to put a little bit here to keep it from falling in the front, and then we're going to wrap around. Okay, hold on one second. I'm getting interrupted again. Hi, critters. So, I got them all up on the wall. So, pinks and red, orange, green, yellow. Yeah, it's following the rainbow. Blue, purple, and then we come down at the bottom. I have white, and in this one here, I have some browns. I have some black, silver, and some gold. So, that's where we're at. It looks very nice. I do have some fall stuff right off to the side, right over here. So that is the flower wall now. So I am officially now got all of my reorganization done in order to show you guys a craft room tour. So this is really awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe to my channel, hit the alerts for future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me.